It seems Chinese labs are focused on OCR these days. After DeepSeek's OCR and Qwen 3 vision language model, now we have Tencent's HunyuanOCR. In this video, we are going to install it locally and we are going to test it out extensively. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. Please like the video and subscribe and consider becoming a member as that helps a lot. Please also follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates without fluff. So what has happened here is that Hunyuan, which is more known for their video model, have just released this new open source OCR beast that's absolutely crushing the competition. And I can tell you that from some of the benchmarks and training pipeline which they have shared. And the size is just 1 billion parameter. So how does it work? It's built on a super clean, fully end-to-end architecture, and that is what I'm also going to explain as we go down the road. But for now, let's also kick off the installation. I am going to use this Ubuntu system. I have one GPU card, NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM, and I will also show you the VRAM consumption when we install the model. If you are looking to rent a GPU or VM or CPU on very affordable price, you can find the link to Massed Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for range of GPUs. And now let's install all the prerequisites, which include torch and transformers and few other things. While that gets installed, let me talk a bit more about its architecture because I think that is a key secret sauce here. As I said earlier, it is an end-to-end with three key pieces. First, there is a native resolution vision transformer, which is called as Hunyuan Wit. Unlike most models that squash or stretch your image to fit a fixed size, this one keeps the original aspect ratio. It slices the image into smart patches and runs full global attention across them. That means no more distorted text, no lost details on long receipts or even dense documents. It just sees everything the way it actually is. Then those thousands of visual tokens go into a very cleverly designed adaptive MLP connector that acts like an intelligent compressor. So what it does is it looks at the content, keeps the important text heavy areas, throws away empty background and shrinks everything down to a compact sequence. Finally, everything feeds into a lightweight 0.5 billion parameter language model, which is armed with something called as XT rope, which is a positional trick that separately tracks horizontal text flow, vertical layout, width and even time. And the result is the model naturally understands complex multi-column pages, reading order, and even video subtitles without any external crutches. So there is no layout detector, no cropping step, no post-processing. It is pure end-to-end OCR. But we will see how it performs when we put it onto the test. So let's go back to our terminal. It is still installing. It takes around 5 to 10 minutes. There are a lot of things it installs. And everything is now installed. The good thing is that they have provided a script in their model card, which I will drop the link in video's description, which you can easily use to do the OCR. So all you need to do is to specify model name, and then this is a local image, which you can specify, and then this is all about the system prompt, and then it is converting that into tokens. Model is generating the output with some hyperparameters, and then it is printing the output text. So this is all there is to it. Okay, and you can see that when I'm running it, it downloads the model, but it is just complaining about this accelerate. So you just need to install this library, nothing else. I'm just going to put it here and then do pip install accelerate, and that is done. And now when you run it, it downloads the model. There are 4 shards of it. Let's wait for it to get downloaded. And by the way, the image which I have used with this is this text which contains some latex information, some paragraphs and stuff. So you see when I just go down, it has given me this value starting from here to here. Now, if you compare it quickly you see it started to 15 points, and then this is a proper markdown format in number 3. I'll just show you, see. So it has represented it correctly. And then if I scroll down and also scroll down here, you can see that it has done quite well. If you verbally compare it, everything looks pretty good to me. It hasn't missed a beat there, and the speed is quite good too. And remember, it is just a 1 billion parameter model. For the ease of use, I have also put a Gradio interface on top of that code, and you can see it here. And now what we can do, we can just upload an image. Maybe I will start with a normal OCR. First, let me upload this Hindi image. And then I'm asking it extract text in the image and identify language. Let's run this. While it runs, let's also check the VRAM consumption. It is just consuming touch over 3 gig of VRAM, which is quite economical, as you can see. And it is working through it. I will let it run so that you would also see what exactly is the speed. So it's very quick. So it has extracted the text and identified the language correctly. Now, if you are Hindi speaker, please also help me out, but because I can't read it. But visually speaking, I don't see many errors there. So visually checking, I think this one might be a bit off, but I'll just make it a bit bigger. So there you go. But no, I think it is good, pretty good. So visually checking looks good to me, but please advise if you are that language speaker. I would just have to reload it because of it's a very rudimentary sort of interface. So I'm again just giving it an Arabic one. It is multilingual too, as you can see. And then let's check it out. Again, you would have to help me out with this one. I'll just make it a bit smaller. And there you go. So it has given me the text, and this time without asking, it has even given me the translation, which is correct because I have run this a lot of time. But if you're a Arabic language speaker, please let us know. But visually checking, done wonderfully well. Okay, let's do another language. Let me do a Polish one, because we have a Polish viewer who always complains that I mean, not many Polish stuff is there in AI. So let's try out this one. And now hopefully that Polish viewer or subscriber would become a member, because that really helps a lot. And please also like the video, and please follow me on X, as that helps a lot. Thank you very much. Okay, so it is still doing something or what? Okay, maybe I just have to reload it. Okay, I'll just reload it and do it again. And you can see that it has done wonderfully well, I would say. The Polish language and then visually checking, I think did really well. Okay, let's try out maybe some invoices. So I'm just going to select one of the invoice. I'm just going to go here, and then I'll just select this invoice, maybe from my local system. And this is the invoice which I'm going to test. I'm not sure if it is going to show us here, but that is fine. I can show it to you. So this is the invoice, as you can see. So let me identify, maybe I will just ask a question from it. So maybe I will ask it how much amount is due to be paid, which is $400. Let's run this. There you go. It was very quick, as you can just see. Okay, that is good. Let's quickly do a handwritten one. So I'm just going to again give it this handwritten, and I'm just going to ask it to extract the text and identify the language. Let's see if it can do that with the cross out words. And there you go. So I don't know what these numbers are. Maybe some coordinates, or maybe lines or something. Yep. I don't think so. It has done well in this one. It has identified most of the text without any issues, but I don't know why it has put in this coordinate sort of things. Maybe I'll just click on regenerate. And it's the same issue again. But anyway, I think as far as extraction of text is concerned, it has done quite well. Okay, let's try out few more. Maybe I will go a bit harder now. Next up, I'm asking it to explain this flowchart, which is bit of a touch of humor here. And let me send it. And I'm asking it to explain this flowchart as what is happening here. While it does it, let me quickly talk about this benchmark because this really sounds very interesting. So I think for its size, the benchmark looks really amazing. For example, on OmniDoc Bench, it scores an insane 94.1, which is higher than models 4 to 8 times bigger, including Qwen 3 VL, which I was talking earlier. Even it has beaten Intern VL and even GPT-4o in some tasks. In real-world text spotting, it has hit 70.9 NED and has beaten commercial cloud OCR APIs. Same goes for OCR Bench VQA 860 points, which is best in class under 3 billion parameter. And for text image translation, it has got 85.6, which has even beaten Gemini 1.5 Pro and others in the dust. So pretty interesting. I'm quite impressed, and I think from here too we can see it has done well. There you go. So it has said that flowchart title this is a visual representation of decision making process for individuals in bed. It consists of various interconnected nodes, each representing a different question, so it can read it. And I'm just quickly going through it. Yep, you see, it has done really good, and it says overall the flowchart provides a structured and logical way for individuals to make informed decisions about whether they. So all in all, not only it has extracted it, it has explained it well, and I can even sense some sort of reinforcement learning flavor too in the model's training. And without any hype, I think really good model so far. Okay, now I am going to do another hard one. So this is a very old, I think, Australian newspaper, I guess. And I'm asking it, what the date is March 1, 1889. Very hard to read. So I'm asking it, what is the date on the newspaper and also which country it might be from. So it has given me the date correctly, but not the country, and I'll say and country. Let's check it out. USA. Okay, maybe it's USA. I'm not really sure. But it has done really good. I can double check it. Okay, maybe it is USA. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's try out one more. Next, I'm giving it this blueprint and I'm asking it what this blueprint is for. So it is all AI generated, by the way, all the images which I have used. Let's see what it comes back with, because most of the stuff is just doesn't really make sense. There are spelling mistakes. Look at this one, and then there are a few more. So let's see what model says here. Okay, so the model has come back, and interestingly enough, it has fixed some of the spelling mistakes. Plus, for layout and functionality, it has given us a flooring plan, which is quite accurate. And it has identified all the measurements from at least from the functionality and layout. And it has given us here. So it's very intelligent model. Even with limited information, it has done quite well. So look, I could go on and on testing it, but so far so good. For tabular data, for these sort of data, it really performs well. And not only it does some of the information around charting, it is giving error because I have stopped the model from behind the scene. So all in all, I think a very well sized and very performant model. Let me know, what do you think? Again, please like the video and subscribe and consider becoming a member. I have done all the OCRs out there already hands-on, and there is also a comparison available, which is quite latest. Doesn't include this HunyuanOCR, but if you would ask me at the moment, I think this is one of the best one, if not the best open source free OCR model out there. Thank you for all the support.